every year now I do the 48 Hours film competition, which I really, really enjoy because basically in the space of only 48 hours you get to have a film that you can see there, the final finished result, which is pretty cool. Because so often you're working on these short film projects and you might not see them until a year, 2 years, or maybe even longer, because often, especially if it's a low budget or self-funded production, it might be quite a process to get through the post-production process, or maybe they want to have a reshoot or pick up, and then if they want to do well, they'll be sending it through the festival circuits. That can take quite a while before they finally get to go online and you can share it with your friends and family. So yeah, especially if you end up missing out there on the premiere because you've got other conflicts. So yeah, the great thing about 48 Hours is you get to see the final finished result literally 48 hours later. And the other nice thing I like about 48 Hours is sort of the community aspect. You get to go to these film screenings that go on all week long, showing all the other teams, and you get to catch up with maybe someone from another team you haven't seen in a while. Yeah, it's really like a great experience, 48 Hours. Anyway, so part of it being the competition is that you get given these random elements that you have to have in your film. So that way, you can't possibly sort of cheat and make the film before the thing actually starts. Or they try to do whatever pre-production you can, like organising your team and actors together. And locations, and maybe you might flesh out a few rough ideas. You've got some props ready for that and that kind of stuff. Yeah, and so in our case, we got for a genre, it had to be a buddy film, and we got required elements. We had to have an overhead shot looking down, we had to have laughter, and we had to have wind noise in it. And I think those were all the requirements we had to have. I might be forgetting one thing. Anyway, so that's what we've been doing this weekend, and we're down into the final hours. Actually, not even the final hours, the final minutes, where you're getting very, very close. And I thought, because I'm kind of done, really, I'm just hanging around here while they finish, because, I recorded the sound, of course, for the film, and so during the actual shooting, so I was pretty busy enough. And then during the post-production phase, I didn't really do much. I kind of recorded a bit of Foley stuff. There's no ADR we needed. And I enjoy the post-production. I just recorded some whispers and stuff that we're going to be doing for our team intro at the start of the film. Because, you have to have the film under, I think it's 5 minutes. And you also have that 5 minutes is to include, I think, the team intro at the start and also even the credits. So in our case, we don't actually have credits on our film because we're so tight in time. So it's completely up to the team as to what credits they put at the end. So in our case, we're choosing no credits. Oh well, never mind. But the thing does go online to share the online copy. We will of course get those credits added on at the end. But just for what we're submitting for the competition, it's a little bit more tight. We're trying to just fit in exactly under that, and we can't go over by even a second. While I'm here, I'll show you we kind of had two bases of operations. One base of operations was where we were doing all the filming at, out that way somewhere, I don't know which direction it was, about a 10-minute drive away. And over there is where we did, we had a base of operation in the barn place there where we were doing all the filming. But then during when we were crashing out and sleeping, and when we're doing the post-production phase, this here has been our base of operation instead. So over here, this is where the composer has been working in. He's had his computer set up here, although that's kind of pretty much packed up because obviously when the dying minutes, so the composing has been done ages ago. And so a music composer, he had his keyboard here. And I'll do a quick tiki tour and show the rest of the place. You can see here my recorder, because I was just recording those whispers earlier. I was staying down over there, see my gear and stuff. And over here is where the editor was, and it is dual screen set up, but we're finished that editing phase. Really down to the very, very last moments. And down at the other end is where we've got that computer. Here's the sound mix and the final render we've done out. So we have done the final export. There was kind of a bit of a stress there, so like why it was taking so long. I think maybe like all the film grain we added on top really added a lot of extra export time. But yeah, no, it's been finally exported, and I think we're now re-rendering it, whatever it is, out again, so that it exactly matches like the codec and so forth that's needed for the competition. And the time at the moment is like what, 6:45 or something crazy. No shit, it's 6:53. Holy shit, guys! It is. Anyway, I'm gonna get the hell out of here because I don't want to be stressing out people any more than it really is. So yeah, 6:53. We've got literally 7 minutes to go, and yeah, so 7 minutes until the 7 p.m. deadline. What was I saying? Yeah, so we have been having like a few little strategies that I've been coming up with in terms of how we're going to get it there on time, because where we are based and doing the filming is like up at his old folks' home, like way up north on like the far north side of Auckland, while the place needs to be submitted to is the Avondale Hollywood Cinemas, which is kind of more down on the sort of central, southern, westish side, I guess, whatever. Anyway, it's quite a long drive from here, especially in Auckland traffic. So yeah, we came up with this plan that we're going to send the DOP over to his office, which is only like a 10-minute drive away from where the submission location is. And then yeah, he's going to be submitting it. And so we're going to render it out, then we're going to upload it, because he's got fast fibre internet over there, so we're going to download it quickly, and then from that point, here's only a short drive to get to there. But then as like the time ticked along, we kind of came up with a slightly different submission plan. That was he's just going to drive to there, and they're going to download it like while they're there over the mobile internet. And yeah, we will see how that actually turns out. How is it going? Is it happening?
It's there. It's handed in.
It's handed in?
Yeah.
Yes! So yeah, I just heard that from the guy who edited my sound. Here we go. Yeah, I just heard from him that while I've been talking over here, it has actually just got handed in with literally like, what, 5 minutes to spare. So yeah, I guess our scheme, worked, because I mean, if we had to drive down from here, there's no chance we'd have got done in time, and we'd have been disqualified for being late. So, thank goodness for that. So we're still in for a chance, eh? Because I have been in the finals 3 years in a row, so let's make this 4 years, please. I've been on a different team every year too. So yeah, this is a different team for me, although the director I've worked with, like a master, I've worked on quite a few of his other short films, not in 48-hour competitions though. And I was going to say, like, the first time I ever did 48 hours, I also directed that film, which is the first and only time I've done any directing. It's not really my choice. But hey, I was a film student back then, and I didn't really know many other people. So yeah, if I wanted to make a film, if I had to direct it myself, I was going to direct it myself. But anyway, yeah, so for that 48 hours, I remember I sent out a couple of crew members with the first copy we had of the film, and I was living in Green Lane at that point in time. I sent that out, and back then we got submitted at AUT, a university downtown, so it was about 5 kilometres away, or maybe a little bit more than 3 miles away. And yeah, they drove in, and then I grabbed the second copy, and I just cycled in with the second copy, and I somehow beat them to submit it before they did. I cycled in faster. I mean, I am a very fanatical, keen cyclist, and I love my cycling, and I'm pretty fast, and without going through Auckland traffic. But yeah, it even surprised me a little bit that I gave them a head start, and I still beat them to there. I think one of the reasons was they did waste too much time looking for parking. So that's why, normally every team I'm on, you send 2 people out, one person driving the car, the other person can just jump out of the car while it's still moving. Well, maybe you can pause and let the person get out safely, but you don't want to worry about parking, because yeah, you just so that's why you get 2 people always in the car. Anyway, rambling on enough. I'll have an update at some point, let you know how this film did. Fingers crossed. I feel like it's a good one.